I started planning Valentine's Day in January. Not because I'm intense, because I like details. I like creating moments. I like making people feel seen. And I loved him, so I bought little things over weeks. His favorite chocolates. Those ridiculous sour gummies he pretends he doesn't like. A novelty mug with an inside joke printed on it. A handwritten card. The real gift I wrapped in brown paper and twine and hid in the back of the hall closet. Then I built the scavenger hunt. Simple clues. Nothing elaborate. Notes tucked into his jacket pocket. Taped inside the pantry door. Hidden under his mousepad. Each one leading to the next. The last clue would point him to the gift. I also bought tiny treats for him to find throughout the day. Something in his lunch bag. Something on the dashboard of his car. Something waiting on his desk at work. I wanted him to feel chosen. I wanted him to feel loved. I thought I'd been obvious about it. All week I'd been dropping hints. Valentine's is going to be fun this year. I've planned some things. I hope you like surprises. On Wednesday night, while we were brushing our teeth side by side, I said casually, "So, I don't know what we're doing for dinner Friday." He shrugged. "We'll figure something out." That was it. I assumed that meant he'd already made a reservation and didn't want to spoil it. Friday morning came. He left the bathroom looking like a small hurricane had passed through it. Toothpaste on the sink. Wet towel on the floor. I cleaned it up while he hunted for his keys. He kissed my cheek distractedly. "Have a good day." Then he was gone. I stood in the kitchen for a moment, staring at the door. Okay, I told myself. He'll realize once he finds the first note. The first few hours at work were torture. By lunchtime, he should have found at least 2 notes. The gummy bears in his drawer. The clue under his steering wheel. Nothing. By mid-afternoon, my stomach was in knots. At 5, I drove home, rehearsing reactions in my head. The apartment was dark. His car wasn't there. I changed into the dress I'd bought just for tonight and lit the candle on the dining table. 30 minutes later, he arrived holding convenience store flowers. Carnations, half wilted. "Hey," he said, handing them over. I thanked him because that's what you do when you're trying not to cry. "What about the scavenger hunt?" I asked quietly. He frowned. "Oh, that. I didn't finish it. Too many steps. Can I just have the gift now?" I felt something in my chest fold inward. I thought it was meant to be fun. He shrugged. "I don't really have patience for that stuff. I don't really care about this sort of thing. I don't know why you were trying to turn Valentine's Day into a thing." I asked about dinner. "I ate late. I'm not hungry. You can order pizza if you want." He opened his laptop. "I'll pay." Then he disappeared into the spare room. The door closed. I ordered myself a pizza. I ate it alone in my nice dress, watching a movie I barely registered. He never came out. That was when it landed. He had seen every note, every treat, every effort, and he had decided it wasn't worth matching. He didn't forget Valentine's Day. He forgot me. I stopped trying after that. Stopped planning, stopped reminding, stopped filling emotional gaps he didn't notice. We talked less and less. I started to forget what we ever had in common. I started running again, journaling in the mornings, joining a book club, taking long walks with podcasts in my ears. He noticed eventually. "Why don't you do special stuff anymore?" he asked one night. I looked at him. "You taught me it didn't matter. Sometimes I think you don't even like me as a person." 3 months later, I packed my things. No shouting, no ultimatums, just quiet boxes. He sat on the couch gaming while I carried bags to my car. That's when I met him. He was visiting the neighbor upstairs, helping her move furniture. He saw me struggling with a heavy box and wordlessly came over. "Want a hand?" I nodded. He loaded half my car in 10 minutes. Didn't flirt, didn't pry, just helped. Before he left, he said, "If you need anything else, I'm Zane, apartment 3B. That was it. We started as friends, coffee after work, long conversations about music and childhood and favorite places to walk. He listened when I spoke, remembered small things. He showed up. A few months later, it became something else. And the difference was immediate. He didn't make me feel dramatic for caring. He matched effort instinctively. When the next Valentine's Day came, I didn't plan anything. I was still healing. He did. Breakfast in bed, a handwritten letter, reservations at a tiny restaurant he'd researched, because I once mentioned liking quiet places, a playlist he'd made himself. He even recreated a small scavenger hunt around the apartment. "I remembered you liked that," he said shyly. I cried. Not because it was extravagant, because it was thoughtful, because I wasn't carrying the relationship alone anymore. I now have so many plans for our next Valentine's Day. My ex tried again with someone new. Big gestures, fancy dinners, performative romance. It lasted less than a year. Apparently, effort motivated by fear doesn't stick. Last I heard, he still thinks he's unlucky in love. I don't think he is. I think he confused being adored with being partnered. There's a difference. Love isn't something you receive. It's something you participate in. And when someone builds you a whole Valentine's Day out of paper hearts and quiet kindness, you don't skip the journey and ask for the prize. You meet them halfway, or you lose them.